game week, ladies and gentlemen. Boss Bogg is in the house. Geechee, 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 geechee. I guess that was Roscoe P. Coltrane, wasn't it? Geechee, 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 geechee. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game week. We are 5 sleeps, 5 nights away, 4.5 days away from kicking off in the shoe against Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian, and them yeehaw Texas Longhorns. Doing it right? Am I doing that right, Texas fans? Bevo Boggs, not quite. I'm going to eat Bevo, though. That's the plan, is to have some steaks Saturday at the shoe. That's for sure. Good to see you, Lucia, in the house. Jeffrey McDonald in the house. Buckeye Pay. Caden the Diesel Freak. Tyler. Andre Green. The Schrock Star. Jedi Buck. Buck Vader. We got the good side of the force and the bad side of the force both representing. RDCB, what's up? Boss Boggs is here. That's right. I'm here. Gotta get them Duke boys. Gotta get them Duke boys. Yep. That's Boss Hog, Boss Bogg. That's what that is. That's Andre. That's what that is. All right, folks. I promised it. I have delivered. You know me. I'm going to overachieve. That's what we're going to do here at the OHIO podcast. Do us a big favor if you don't mind, everybody. Smash that like button right off the bat if you're watching this after the fact on the recording afterwards. We appreciate you doing so. Please, please, please smash that like button. Let us know what you think down in the comment section below, and we are doing a serious push to get the 4,500 members before kickoff on Saturday. We are somewhere around 50 to go. Last I looked, I think we were at 55. Maybe we're closer to 50 now. 50 new subscribers to get to 4,500. Please share the show. Let people know. If you're on X, repost it on X. If you're on X but you're not there right now, go over, repost it real quick. Share it on your social media, Facebook, if you have that. Let people know, your friends and your family, what's going on here at the OHIO podcast. Howdy, folks. Trill Texan in the house. Yeah, buddy. Hey, let me know something, Trill. Who would you rather have starting this game? Arch Manning or Quinn Ewers? It's a good question, isn't it? Love to know what you think about that. Love to see what you think about that. All right. We want to know what you all think as well. And by the way, phone lines are open, 567-483-1999. Let's talk about it. Dial us up. Call in. We need to hear from you. I promised. I was on ESPN Radio out of Lima on Saturday with my good friend Miles Holiday. And I promised Miles that I was going to deliver to him at 8:05 a song titled Archie Breaky Heart. You all know how we do this. You know how we've done this all last season. It became a thing. We are going to do it all year this year on Monday nights on the call-in show. We are going to have a game-themed song for all of our opponents all season long. Texas, you're up first. So, without any further ado, Boss Bogg here presents to you the debut from the OHIO Podcast Music Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, Archie Breaky Heart.
You can tell Bevo's team they're dreaming about the shoot, saying Archie's gonna torch us, but that just ain't true. You can tell old Sark that Texas ain't no art, 'cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, Jeremiah's gonna make it start to burn. And if you tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, their DBs can last. Brutus got the rope, he's ready for the fight. Gonna wrangle Bevo down at high noon on Saturday. Don't tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart, 'cause Sonny's gonna rip your line apart. And if you tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart, Buckeyes win again, oh bless your burnt orange heart. We beat you in the Cotton Bowl, now we'll beat you in the shoe. 28-14 felt real nice, but 35-10 sounds better too. Yup, and Turl old Sark, that Trex inside ain't no art, 'cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart, Jeremiah's gonna make it start to burn. And if you tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart, I swear the Buckeye D's gonna make him learn. The Buckeyes win again, oh bless your burnt orange heart.
Yeehaw! Welcome to Ohio, Texas. We're looking forward to blessing your little burnt orange hearts in the shoe. I'm telling you, folks, it's going to be a great day Saturday. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to celebrating a big win with all of you on Saturday. Thank you, RDCB. You can't make everybody happy, can you, Ed? But I'm glad you enjoyed that Ryan Days Championship, which I'm probably guessing you're already creating the boss hog Boggsy mismatch picture. Yeah, exactly. Orange is not a good color to visit the shoe. All right, guys, we're gonna dive into the phone calls tonight. I hope you all enjoyed that. I thoroughly like making these. It's become something fun for me to do. I hope you all like them as well. All right, the phone lines are probably stacked. I haven't even looked over there yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, all the lines are taken. Just a reminder, everybody, as soon as someone is dropped off from the call, that opens up a phone line. You can jump on tonight. 567-483-1999 is the number to dial it up and talk with us. We're going to dive right into it. I know who this is. How's it going tonight, Marvelous One?
I'm gonna be honest. Really excited. This ain't got nothing to you, boss.
What was that, Mika? What'd you say?
Really excited. This ain't got nothing on you.
Billy Ray Cyrus. That's right. Boss Ball, get your service. How you doing this evening, Mika?
I'm kind of disappointed, though, to be honest.
Why is that, honey?
Where's your bolo tie, man?
What's that?
Where's your bolo tie?
Oh, well, it's hot right now, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to put on the full Boss Hog outfit. I'm working on it though. Okay.
If you're gonna go full cowboy, you gotta do it right, man.
Listen. I wore Wrangler jeans back when I was skinnier in high school. There ain't nothing about me today that's gonna fit into a pair of Wrangler jeans. That's the truth.
Okay, I'll let it slide.
All right, Mika, we're here. It's game week. It's also the week of your debut on Thursday with the Buckeye ladies. You excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a good show. Hope everyone tunes in. It's going to be awesome.
Indeed, it is. I cannot wait. I have some things I like to talk about tonight, but I'm going to give you the floor, Mika. What do you want to chat about for the next couple minutes?
Well, I just think, like the song says, our defense is going to handle it Saturday. Devo steaks all day.
What's your favorite steak?
I like them all. I don't have favorites, but steak's my favorite meal.
Me too. Me too. I like a steak after we slaughter it. That's what I like.
Yeah, we do that too.
What
No one
else?
makes better steaks than my dad, though.
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty good at it. Ask the wild man. I've gotten pretty good on the old grill.
One of these days, we might have to have a little showdown. We'll see who does best. I'd love to meet you guys in person.
Yeah, we'd love to have you as well. We'd love to meet you. We'll have to see who can. We'll just see who can grill up a better steak. Have you ever had tomahawk steaks?
I'm sure I have, but I don't really pay attention to what they're called. I just eat them.
That's my favorites, the tomahawk. They're expensive, but gosh, they're so good. All right, Mika, let me hear it. Who you got Saturday, and what do you think the game's going to be? How do you think the game's going to go down? Let's hear your thoughts.
I think the Buckeyes win, and I think it's going to be tight early, but we pull away the longer the game goes, and my final score is 35-21, Bucks win.
35-21, Bucks win, says Mika. I like it. I like it. What else, Mika? What are your thoughts on Arch Manning, by the way? Let me hear your thoughts on Arch Manning.
I need to see more from him. Like, I'm not buying into the hype as much. He was from a small school in high school, and yeah, he looked good. I'm not saying he's not talented. He's plenty talented, and I think he will be good. But to start off with Ohio State and our new retooled defense from Matt Patricia, I just think it's going to be a rough day for him.
Mm-hmm. Very, very well could be. It very well could be. Uh, I'm looking forward to it, Mika. Is there anything about this game that you're worried about?
I want to see how a running game goes. We can establish the running game and take some pressure off Saying I think it'll be a tremendous help. Don't put it all on his shoulders too early.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I don't think Ryan Day is going to put too much pressure on Julian early on in this game. I think he's going to try to ease him into it, but at some point Julian is going to have to come up with a big throw, and I think as long as it's the Jeremiah Smith, it's probably going to end in aces. So feeling good about it. Any last thoughts, Mika? We got a full bank of calls, girl.
I think we'll get the running game involved early and sprinkle some tight ends, and then you get Jeremiah Smith and the receiving core involved late, and we pull away.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Mika. I need to keep it moving tonight. We got to get through a lot more people. A lot of people are wanting to talk. I'm looking forward to Thursday night, Mika. Thursday night, 8 o'clock. TG Mika. It's the Buckeye ladies' debut. Anything you want? Anything you want to maybe hint or tell anybody about that show?
Just it's gonna be fun. Tune in, everybody.
That's right. That's right. David Burnworth, you are incorrect. It is 2-2. The series is tied 2-2 all time. So that is where the series is at. And yes, we are 0-1 at home, but so is Texas. They are also 0-1 at 0-1 at home. All right, Mika, have a good night. OH.
Hi.
All right, we're going to keep her moving tonight. We are just going to try to fly through these tonight, get it through as many of these as we can tonight. If you super chat and put in your area code, we'll bump you up tonight since it's going to be a full bank of calls. So super chat with your area code, and that you'll get bumped to the front of the line. That's how this is going to go. Dan, you're up next here, buddy. 614, Dan, welcome to the OHIO podcast. You're talking to Boss Bogg.
Well, did this turn into a country rodeo or what? But holy cow!
Hey, buddy, let me tell you something. Aren't you a country boy?
Who the heck are you talking to right now, Eric? Who the heck are you talking to?
How many times? Listen, how many times have you ran from the cops in your lifetime?
Never.
What? Not one time? Come
Nope.
on, Dan.
Nope. Never have.
Okay, I
I'm
believe
not a lawbreaker, but I am a hellraiser.
it. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. All right, Diesel Freak, tell us, man, what's this game gonna be like? What's your thoughts on Saturday?
I've said about this game multiple times on multiple occasions, Eric, and I've been saying about this game for the last 2 months. When people said that Texas will get the job done and they're gonna make make us go 0-2 at home against Texas. I'm here to tell all the Texas fans to put their guns down because I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be a bad day in Columbus come August 30th, and all hell is gonna break loose, and that's a fact. Now, you want my score prediction?
Sure.
I know it to a particular Texas fan who is a bit of a moron, but I had to remind him again. OSU wins that game 49-17 against Texas. I will put two cases of Mountain Dew on that bet any day of the week. Hell, I'll even put the 1,500-gallon tank of diesel fuel at the farm on that bet.
Remember, Dan, if we beat them, if we score 40 or more points and we beat them, you get to be my guest on.
No, hold on. It's 30 more points.
30 or more points. If we beat them by 30 or more points, was that the bet?
Yes, it was. I remember.
Okay.
It was last week you said it.
If we beat Texas by 30 or more points, I will let you become my guest for a video on the OHIO podcast. That is the bet. I'm not going to reveal my score. You'll have to watch our preview show tomorrow night, right here on the OHIO podcast, 8:00. The preview show drops for all of you. Ohio State versus Texas. The preview. You're not going to want to miss that. All right, Dan. What's your thoughts on Arch Manning? What do you think about that big Texan down there from the Manning family?
He is no damn Texan. I will tell you that. He is no Texan. He can act like he's a Texan, but he ain't no Texan. If you're really a Texan, you drive a pickup truck, you wear cowboy boots, you work either in construction or you're a farmer, and you wear either a ball cap or a real cowboy hat. But that boy is no Texan. He's a Louisiana boy whose family is pretty much, they say, the gods of the SEC. Yeah, right. Come on. You're lucky your two uncles, Arch Manning, didn't play against Ohio State in the regular season. Because I'm going to tell you, that would have looked bad on their record. And even your grandfather, it would have looked bad on his record. Ooh, buddy. And I'm going to tell you what. He's overrated. I've said it multiple times, Eric. Either Texas fans are just delusional or they drink too much moonshine and whiskey on one night. Because I'm thinking they drink too much. But that's just my 2 cents, buddy.
I got you. So Mr. Trill Texan is in here, more like Troll Texan. He says he accepts money through Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. Well, buddy, Boss Bogg will accept your tears. How about that? How about that for a trade? I'll just accept your tears. Them are free. I like them. All right, Dan, my man. So you told us about Arch. You told us your feelings on the game. Is there anything about this game that worries you or scares you?
Eric, the Boss Bogg You gotta be freaking kidding me. You ask me a stupid question like that. Is there anything that worries me? You're talking to the baddest, meanest, hell-raising, diesel freak drinking, diesel fuel drinking, Mountain Dew drinking, son of a gun, who's more cold than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come on, dude. You should know my answer. I am not worried one single dang bit. Texas is going to screw up, and we're going to be on them boys all day long. And I'm going to tell you what, the Ohio State defense is going to be eating a lot of Bevo steak well done with Chick-fil-A sauce, barbecue sauce, and mayonnaise well done. And that's a dang fact. And Troll Texan, I want you to go tell your buddy Matthew Miller and tell him I said, unless he's got his big boy pants, because I don't think he's got any big boy pants. Because if you really want to know who's got big boy pants, it's the old diesel freaks here. See, Eric, you say you can't fit Wrangler jeans. Well, I'll tell you what, my Wrangler jeans are no joke. Flame resistant Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt jeans. Flame resistant. Size 31, 34. And they fit over my size 13 boots that I could solve anybody, a mud hole in anybody and walk them dry. And that's a daggum fact.
Oh, you're killing me, Dad.
Oh, and you want to know something else?
Sure. What you got?
Them old boots that I'm wearing on my feet are 8-inch high, size 13, waterproof, chemical proof, electric resistant, electric hazard proof, steel toe boots. And you know what? I probably gotten at least 4 years out of these boots right here, and they still hold up. People ask me how they still look good even after 4 years. So I said, well, when you actually break them in and you work them, then you really know you got a good pair of boots on you, and they're comfy too. So that's just my little key, little key secret on that.
I got you.
Eric, I want you to go on the OHI podcast show tomorrow, and I want you to tell us that if they lose by 30 points, that they're going to have to hear me over the next week. I'll call them out for their stupidity and calling out for their dumbness. Because apparently there's a lot of Texas fans on here talk a whole lot of that crap up in here. And I'm going to tell you, it's more annoying than the last time I heard Alabama fans screaming Roll Tide on a Buckeye channel. Oh, my freaking Lord, it was annoying. Oh, my Lord. I think them Alabama fans drank too much whiskey like them Texas fans. That's what I dang sure know they have in common. Drinking too much liquor.
Oh, you're killing me,
man.
Killing me, man.
Oh, and Troll Texan, you want to say Texas is going to knock us out of those cheap boots? Well, I'm going to tell you who's really going to get knocked out. It's going to be orchestrated by that defense. He's going to get knocked out and around and all over the place for 60 minutes. And that's a dang fact. And I've got the horns down, too, for your Troll Texan. So how about you do me a favor? Stick your little cheap cowboy boots, stick your little out, do me a favor, and stick every single one of your little cowboy belts up your rear end, up where the sun don't shine. Because you dang son of a don't have the gall or the guts to come on here and actually call me out for this. I dare you any day of the week, Troll Texan. I dare you any day of the week. Come on here and tell me otherwise. How about you go to rehab, you dumb piece of because you have no idea about who the hell you're talking to. And that's all I got to say to you, you piece of punk. As far as I'm concerned, you ain't worth a breath of my life. Jesus Christ, holy. Eric, how many times do Texas say I've got any troll in us because we actually beat them in the national championship game? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my freaking Lord. They get so mad the first minute, then Troll Texan comes along and says, I need to go to rehab. Texas fans really need to go to rehab because they drink too much damn liquor. But, Troll Texan, you got anything else to say? Or are you done typing? Or are you still trying to got the meanest comment that you can't say on YouTube? Oh, now he's really lost his mind. Oh, holy cow! Oh, holy cow!
Okay, you're rallying them up, buddy. Hey, man, we got a full bank of calls, brother. So give me your last thoughts, man, on your way out.
Eric,
come on.
Can you just let me open up the channel? on this guy for a few
Listen,
more minutes? Because I swear to God, I
listen.
swear,
We
Eric,
got it. We got to
I
keep
haven't
them
even
moving,
started.
buddy. Come on, give me your last
Oh,
thoughts.
come on, Eric.
Come on, Dan, real quick. Give it to me.
I was just going to say, y'all know August 30th, you are getting a mud hole south into y'all, and that's the bottom line because the Diesel Freak said so. And I actually just have a cold open Mountain Dew open here next to me in my truck here. So, you know what? Thrill, Troll Texan, Diesel Freak 316 says I just whooped you. And that's a damn fact. Eric, it's good hearing from you, sir. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. And that's the bottom line. Those are Diesel Freaks said so. OHIO. And there's a middle finger for the Texans fans, too.
There he was, everybody. Dan the Diesel Freak calling in, letting Trill Texan have it. Well, we go from that out to the state of Indiana, where we're going to talk to the living legend himself, my friends. What is happening tonight, Ray?
Mama, don't make your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Ain't that the truth? Or Texans. Don't let them be Texas fans. The only thing worse than that would be if they were a Michigan fan, huh?
Eric, you know what you need to do when you come in with that cowboy hat
Was that?
tomorrow? Have a little Shetland pony riding in.
Oh, yeah? Come riding in a one-horse town? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. Eric, I want you to do me a favor, okay?
Sure.
Last year you give out a Bible verse every game, and we won them all. And I went through a lot of bad streaks on my daughter, and I got to take her back to court another 10 days. And I'm going to sell my house and move to Glendale, Arizona, and help special needs children out, and Kurt Warner out in Glendale, Arizona, until I die. So, would you start reading a Bible verse every game for us?
Yeah.
We need to keep our faith. We need to keep our faith in this terrible world we live in.
Ray, did you watch this morning's video by chance?
No, I've started to watch a little bit of it, and then I had to turn it off.
Yeah, go check out.
I had to go to court.
Go check out the end of that video, Ray. I got your Bible verse there, brother.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yep.
great.
Yeah,
So, what do you think? Your team, our team ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're ready. I think that this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a defensive affair, and I think Ohio State's got what it takes to win. What about you, Ray?
Feinbaum's calling it a blowout for Texas, huh?
Well, that's what Paul Feinbaum thinks, but Paul Feinbaum's also the biggest big-eared idiot I know.
He's a little weasel.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. He talks out of both sides of his mouth. I'm going to go with a score of. I know they both got great defense, but I'm going to say 28-27 Ohio State by 1 point.
Okay. All right. That's a close
I think it's going to be a great game.
I do
and
too.
I think there's going to be a lot of defense, but I think the offense is going to shine a little bit in between there.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Iowa State Kansas State game Saturday, Ray?
No, I was out jogging. I jogged Saturday and Sunday. I'm only jogging 2 days a week now on Saturday and Sunday, so I missed it. How did that turn out?
It was very low scoring, and then at the end, Iowa State pulled away. They won by 3. They ran out the clock at the end. Kansas State outgained them. They just outplayed them, but they made too many dumb mistakes on 3rd down and 4th down, and Iowa State just played a clean game and was able to win. So, yeah, it was an interesting game. That game was played over in Ireland, and I tell you, I'm kind of glad Ohio State doesn't do that. That's crazy to me, playing a game over in Ireland.
I'm afraid a lot of the fans on both sides are going to be pretty mad after this game. I think it's going to be a cliffhanger, which will be a great college football game, but it kind of makes the bases kind of mad. They both want 30-point victories, and we know that stuff ain't going to happen very often.
Yeah, it does. Not when the teams are this good, man. It would be there would have to be several mismatches that got exploited for that to happen, and I just
Well, we had a lot of godly guys on our team. How are they looking? I haven't even watched any exhibition football because I don't want to get bored. There's too many exhibition games. How does Trevini Henderson look, and some of the other players? I heard the guy from Ohio State, Will Howard's doing pretty good.
well,
I heard
Will Howard got injured.
he got injured.
Yeah, Will Howard got injured, unfortunately, so he's having to rehab for himself. Quinshon Judkins got in trouble, so he hasn't really been participating yet. I haven't heard what his punishment is going to be. But Travion Henderson has looked great. A lot of the defensive players have looked really good. Even the offensive line.
What about Jack Sawyer?
Great. He's been looking good. He's in the 2 deep. He's going to get a lot of playing
How
time.
how long is Will Howard out for?
I think it will. I'm not sure the exact amount of time, but I just don't see. I just don't see him getting on the field this year. I think he's going to be rehabbed. Maybe by the end of the year he might get some time, but I just don't think he's going to play this year.
Yeah, because I was going to say, someone told me a game or two ago that he was playing pretty darn good in practice. I don't know.
He started out that way, yeah. I'm going to look
Okay.
it up for you right now. How long he's got?
But you got what's his name there? Do you think that guy's washed up, Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers? I think he's got one more year left in him.
Yeah. I'd say the last couple of years ain't been very good for him.
No, it hasn't been. Looks like Will Howard is expected to make a full recovery, and he will be back in 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. That takes you into the NFL season, don't it?
It does, but it just the first part, so he should be all right.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting. I'll let you go. I know you got a lot of callers. God bless you, and keep up the great work for the Lord. And I'll pray for your family. You pray for mine. OH.
I.O. Thank you, Ray. Good night, buddy. That was the living legend, everybody. Ray Berger in the house. That's what he does, man. He's always got something playing in the background super loud. I don't know. One of these days I'm going to ask him what he's listening to or what he's watching that's so loud. It's whatever every time. David, welcome to the OHIO podcast Monday night call-in show with Boss Bogg. What's happening?
Well, Boss Boggs, thanks for having me on. Let's get down to it, shall we?
Let's do it.
There's something I haven't heard anybody talk about.
Sure, hit me.
In this matchup. And I was just sitting there talking to Mimi, and I said, something that nobody's talking about are special teams.
Mm.
And you got a close game like this, right? And I'm seeing a lot of scores that, the over-under now, I mean, not the over-under, but it went from 2.5 down to 1.5. Now, we're talking field goal stuff here. And, supposedly our kicker is healthy, and I think he had a great run in the playoffs. He had that one missed field goal, but it didn't really matter. All the other stuff he did pretty well. Plus, we've got a new special teams coordinator.
We do.
And in the shoe, a guy who is a Buckeye special teams legend. And I think that might play more into this than what maybe none of us are really expecting. I think special teams will absolutely be huge in a game like this. And I don't think it's going to be 49-17. I think if we put a pretty big number up on the board. I couldn't see it really being much more than like a 34-20. I think that would be a pretty substantial beating in this game. You know, 14 points. That's a pretty good beating. I think it's going to be more like probably a 27 to. I'll stick with 20. 27-20.
Okay.
I think that's how this game ends.
I have a very low scoring game, a very defensive led game. I think there will be a critical turnover in this game that will lead to offensive points that'll be the difference. And I do agree with you. I think special teams plays a big part of this game. Look for Turbo Rogers to make an impact. True freshman Turbo Rogers on special teams. I think he can make a huge impact in this game. Also, on punt returns, don't be surprised if they don't put Caleb Downs back there if we need a spark on special teams on a punt return. So those are a couple things to keep in mind. Good call on the special teams, David. I like it.
Yeah, it just dawned on me. I was like, man, absolutely nobody is talking about special teams in a close game. In a close game like this, yeah, that's going to factor in. I've watched too much football, and the teams just come out the gate. First half usually is not good. You know, both are starting new quarterbacks. Yeah, Arch has got a couple of starts underneath his belt, but I think it's more important that I think it's a bigger fact that the bigger thing that he's taken all the snaps this year.
Mm-hmm.
Where Julian has spent those snaps all the way until last week. You know, which is something else I haven't really heard too many people talk about. We know what we have behind Julian. Who is behind Arch? Remember, he's already had a concussion once. Once you get something like that, it's easier to get the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And we got helmet crackers on this team. Literally, helmet crackers. What if he gets his noggin wrong again? Who are they going to bring in?
David, that would be my number one fear as a Texas fan. Number one fear is if Archie gets hurt. If Arch gets hurt, I think they're in big trouble.
And honestly, I think that could be something that happens because I think the weakest part of their team, from what I can tell, is probably their offensive line. They were replacing 4 guys, and then their left tackle, supposedly from what I heard, that he's out for the season. So now you're starting with your backup tackle, which I'm sure is really good because Texas got people, man. They're gonna have some depth, but was that depth piece really ready to go? Do you need to have him? Was you really hoping like to get halfway before the season before you need to get him some reps, some game reps? This is a huge game, man, and Columbus is not an easy place to come in, and I just think the fact that we have the number 1 and number 2 players on our team, I think that's being overlooked. I think the quarterback situation going into this thing, it's a draw. It's a draw. Just looking at it, it's a draw. And like Mika said earlier, and look at it. I said this before on here with when it comes to Arch. The talent he was playing against in high school, man, that was, to say less than impressive is a bit of an understatement. I think if his offensive line can't hold up, or as good as they need it to be, that's going to be a problem for Arch. And he starts taking hits. And God forbid, Texas, if he gets hurt and he has to leave the game, you guys are in deep, deep doo-doo.
I think they call those
And,
cow patties down there in the Longhorn State.
Yeah, and remember, our defense is called the Silver Bullets for a reason.
Yeah, we can put them down, can't we?
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll tell you what, we're so stoked. Got my new grill in today. My new grill showed up.
Nice.
We're getting ready for it. We're getting ramped up, man. I'll be calling you Saturday.
Make sure you season that grill before you put a good steak on there, though. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Make sure you season it. Get a little oil on that. Heat it up real good. Maybe even melt some butter on it. Get it good and seasoned and let it sit for about 24 hours before you put a good steak on there, brother.
Will do. I got steakhouse butter. Can't beat that, man.
You know, do you like Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, we go there quite a bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if they still do, but they used to have that like cinnamon butter stuff.
My wife just made some apple cinnamon muffins with that butter, and they're dangerous. All right, I can't let that recipe get out because the drug enforcement might be knocking on the door. And those they nicknamed them crack muffins. They are so good.
Oh.
Yeah, I think like I've been saying all along, Texas rolling into the Buckeye buzzsaw, and I think everybody is how much has Ohio State lost. You know what? Texas lost just as much, and their guys that they had in the secondary that were covering JJ, those guys are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are gone. I think you come out. I think if I'm Brian Hartline, I think I test those guys in the very first play.
Really?
I think I throw a deep ball to JJ to test them out first thing. Put pressure on them. Go gunslinging on them, man. And I would let it rip.
Yeah, I hear you. I think they're gonna establish the run first, David. I think he's gonna be a little bit conservative with Julian, get him comfortable in the game, get him, give him some easier targets to start off the game, some easier passes to complete before he opens it up and tries to throw one deep. But I understand what you're saying there, David. I got a full bank of calls, brother. Any last thoughts on your way out, my friend?
All I got is
IO.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Thanks for the call, brother.
Scum sucks.
Indeed, they do. Oh, man, we're doing it tonight. We're having a good time, everybody. Another line just opened up. Man, we just keep filling it up. 567-483-1999. We'll take another phone call or two before we play the Archie Breaky Heart again. Hence the Boss Boggs hat on tonight. Lisa says, Eric, when are you going to post the interview with Longhorn Republic, the College Huddle Texas affiliate? Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, here on the OHIO podcast. Our Texas versus Ohio State preview will be posted. Chris, myself, we talk about it. And, of course, the interview with Gerald from the Longhorn Republic, that will be here on the OHL podcast, a part of that preview video. So, Lisa, you'll be able to watch that tomorrow night. All right, back to the phone lines we go. You all know him. He is called in more than anybody else in the history of this call-in show. Tyler, the Wrench, what's up?
Eric, I'm doing great.
Good.
So, I've been watching a lot of Texas podcasts, Eric. You get, test the water to see how they're going into their vibes going into this game. They are extremely confident. And I don't know why.
I mean, number one ranking in the country. Arch Manning is supposed to be the next great Manning. I mean, all of these narratives are obviously out there and are being supported. And I'll say this, Tyler, it's not all smoke and mirrors. Texas is a very good football team. In fact, I have them a part of the Final Four once again. And my prediction is, Tyler, that this will be the first of two times Ohio State and Texas play each other this season. So I think both these teams are college football playoff caliber teams. I think Texas is not going to win the SEC this year. As you all heard me say last night, I believe Alabama will be the team who wins the SEC this year. But Texas will be a part of that SEC conversation. I have three teams making it out of the SEC into the college football playoffs. Alabama, Texas, and Georgia this year will be the three that I think make it out of the SEC. And Trill Texan, I know you're having fun tonight. We're having fun. That's what this is all about. He said, I'm a subscriber now. Dude, that's awesome. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome.
Yeah, we're having fun as long as you're respectful and we treat each other with we can jostle and poke fun at each other. That's all right. Just don't make it personal. That's all we ask. But I'll say this, Trill. If you win, please come back Sunday night. I will tip my hat to you. I will congratulate you on the win. However, be a man and do the same back. That's all I ask. So we'll welcome you back in. Hopefully Sunday night, win or lose. All right, Tyler, what else you got, man? Let me hear it. Bring it to me.
I just want to continue on what you just said, Eric, a little. I respect people that show up after a loss. If it's a big game, your team loses, you show up, you admit, hey, you guys were the better team. Hey, it's my cap.
Indeed.
So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. There's only one team that I say you don't have to be respectful to when they beat you.
Oh, yeah. I hate them, Eric, so we don't even have to.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa said she listened to my interview with the Longhorn Republics, and she said I did great and enjoyed it. Thank you. Appreciate that, Lisa. All right. So, what's your thoughts on Arch Manning, Tyler?
I don't know what to think, Eric. The last time we saw him, he just got a concussion and just played for ransom.
He did. This is true. That is a true statement. We saw him for one play.
So, in that one play, Eric, what am I supposed to take from that? Oh, that he got his bell rung?
Yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to take from that, Tyler. He will think twice before doing it.
The part that I don't understand going in this game, Eric, is so if Julian saying supposedly is going to be fall flat on his face, like the national media is claiming he will, I lost all trust in Ryan Day. But you know what? I don't think that's going to happen at all. I trust Ryan Day when developing quarterback. Other than Kyle McCord, he's done successful with quarterbacks.
He was technically even successful with Kyle McCord. So,
yeah,
11-1. So, it wasn't terrible. I mean, we saw that it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. This Julian Sain has the potential, Tyler, to be the best quarterback we've had since C.J. Stroud. Agree?
Yeah. And so Texas fan says, be realistic about Arch, do your homework, and don't mislead the people. What homework are you talking about, Texas man?
Arch, he's talking about Arch Manning. Arch, his 2 starts against teams that were irrelevant and didn't matter. It's like counting Kyle McCord's start his redshirt freshman year against Akron. Okay? Like literally, that's what we're
Exactly.
talking about here. Did he get spot places in other games? Yes, but he was used for more of a change of pace, versatility type of versatile quarterback that Quinn Ewers was not. If he would have led Texas to beat Ohio State, why wasn't he put in place of Quinn Ewers? I'll tell you why. Because
Went
according to
in the
Texas,
7th round.
according to the Texas media and the people who I talked to, they said it's because Quinn Ewers understood the offense and was a better distributor of the football in the offense than what Arch Manning was last year. And I agree with that. But that does not mean that he can't be good this year. And I understand that. But he also has to show that, and he's got to do it on the biggest stage in front of 105,000 people on the biggest game, probably, I would say, in the non-conference schedule in all of college this year, and number 1 versus number 3. So yeah, I think Ohio State fans have a reason to believe that they can put a dent, if you will, in the reputation of Arch Manning come Saturday. I do believe that that's possible.
And here's the other thing, Eric. Arch Manning, here's another stat that I've heard today, Eric, that really confounds me. So, Texas apparently hasn't lost a road game since 2022. Okay.
That's not entirely true. Didn't they lose the Cotton Bowl? That was technically a road game for them.
Yes, it technically was. So, what I don't understand, Texas, is so you guys are saying you are just going to waltz into the horseshoe with an extremely hostile environment. And on top of that, you're pouring gasoline on a fire with Dave Portnoy on there too. So, Texas, you better be prepared. You're facing the number 1 defense in college football again. I hope Arch Manning I hope he can keep himself composed, because if we get to him, if we knock him on the ground, Eric, a couple times, I don't think they're going to do a whole lot.
Well, I do think it's going to be a defensive game. I do think, especially early on, I think that usually when these close defensive battles, they come down to who makes the big mistake. Obviously, who can get that big turnover. Special teams is going to play a big part of this. So, yeah, and I think home field advantage absolutely can play a big part in this game. The last thing we want to see happen here, Tyler, is a repeat of Oregon in 2021, where Oregon came in here and we could not stop them. They offensively had their way with us and it became a shootout. We can't let that happen again. So if it stays low scoring, I think it's advantage Ohio State, in my opinion. So yeah, keep that in mind. Andre, and the rest of you, about Dave Portnoy, make sure you watch tomorrow's members only video. If you are a member of the OHIO podcast, watch the members only video. Chris and I have some insider information about Dave Portnoy and Ohio State for all of you. All right, we got a full bank of calls, Tyler. Last thoughts on the way out, my friend.
Okay, I'll just say this, Eric. Last thing. If we get to Manning and we force him to turn the ball over, Eric, like we did with viewers, this game could be unlike unlike in the Cotton Bowl, which was a completely hostile environment. Let's be honest. If we start getting those turnovers on defense and capitalize on them and get touchdowns, Eric, Arch Manning, you're not going to hear anything, though, because Indiana's players said they couldn't hear anything. You're not going to hear anything.
100%. Absolutely.
Don't let that crowd get involved.
Yeah. It's crucial for Texas that they get out ahead and try to quiet the crowd. It is crucial. All right, Tyler, great call, buddy. We need to keep her moving, buddy. OH.
I'll.
That was number one caller, Tyler, everybody. All right, we're going to take one more phone call before we play the Archie Breaky Heart song again. You all love him. You all know him. He is the producer of the Buckeye Lounge. He's going to be the producer of the Buckeye Ladies. He's become my good friend. My friends, it is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the smartest Buckeye fans you will ever hear speak. He knows more about Ohio State than most players know, and they even played there. My friends, it is Buck Vader joining the program. Good evening, Buck Vader.
Howdy, Boss Boggs, it's Vader. How are doing? Okay. Just had to call in and explain to Paulie the bum why once again he's wrong. I also have a nugget on Texas' secret weakness. Finally, I will tell you why Sayan has a bigger upside than Manning. What do you want to talk about first, Boss Boggs?
That's right. Let's take them one at a time. Let's start from the beginning, buddy. Let's hear it from about Portnoy, man. Why is he wrong? Why is Big Ears Feinbaum wrong? Let's hear it.
Feinbaum is wrong once again. First, there will be no hangover. This team hungry. Its makeup is completely different than 2015. This year most of starters have been waiting in some cases for years to prove what they can do, not to mention they just watched almost every starter improve their draft stock by winning a title. Call me crazy, but I think that is good motivation. Yes, I understand in 2015 we had replaced two great coordinators just like this year, but all due respect to the guys then, their style was to play it safe in play calling, in my opinion. Which I believe didn't take advantage of the huge talent we had that season. Hartline is absolutely going to call an aggressive game to showcase the amazing receiver room he built. Matty P play calling style has always been aggressive and creative. ESPN desperately needs to find some legit football experts.
Maybe they should hire you, Buck Vader. They should hire you and me, Boss Boggs, Buck Vader. We would go in there, we would clean house, man. We would take care of it for them. All right, buddy, let me hear the second thought you got, my friend. I'm intrigued by this one.
I'm not going to talk about the same much because on Saturday I'm going to break down why the Buckeyes will win against Texas. I did get a good nugget from an old friend of mine that used to play for Texas. I'm not going to name him, he's a good guy and I don't want his Facebook to explode, but he's been to 3 Texas practices and he said Texas O-line is the worst he's seen in the last 20 years. If Ohio State defense plays aggressive and well, Texas line will break down. Texas might be able to run and throw quick passes, but once Ohio State sees that, we will adjust and then it's over.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting nugget of information, Buck Vader. Very, very good. I like that, man. All right, what's your next nugget, my friend? I like that one. That was good.
Manning is very talented and athletic, but I've spent the whole day watching all the film I could find on him. He basically can only beat you 2 ways, with his legs, which I am still highly doubtful Texas will risk him in week 1 against a hard-hitting defense, especially with the current format. Texas can afford to lose this game, they can't afford to lose Manning. Second, Manning excels at the big play passing game, but he struggles at stringing several good passes together. Quarterbacks like him struggle when you take away their running game and take away the deep pass. Sayin, on the other hand, has all the tools. His mobility is very, very underrated. He's more than capable of throwing the deep pass for a big play. But unlike Manning, Sayin is a ball placement specialist and excels at reading defenses. Against the Tampa 2 defense that Texas runs, these skills are crucial. This leads me to believe in a game like this, Sayin has a bigger upside than Manning.
Interesting. I love it, dude. This is why he's the best, people. This is why Buck Vader is the man. He breaks it down like nobody else. That was incredible, Buck Vader. You are a well-knowledgeable person, and I am glad to have you here on the OHIO podcast team, my friend. Anything else on your way out? I appreciate you so much, Vader.
Thanks for having me on. I like to ask everyone to watch the Buckeye Lounge and the Buckeye Ladies. The Buckeye Ladies is something I'm very proud of. It's my first show I've been able to develop from the beginning. I can't believe how fortunate I am to have two amazing ladies whose knowledge of college football is second to none. TG could be a Division I coach, and Mecca player evaluation is better than any scouting service I've ever seen. Thursday at 8, the Buckeye Ladies will make history by being the first all-female show in Buckeye media. I like to thank TG, Mecca, and the Ohio podcast for letting me be a part of something so historic and amazing. Everyone, please give by getting a membership or do a super chat so that the Ohio podcast can continue to do groundbreaking original Buckeye football content every day. Also subscribe, like, comment, and share. OH.
IO! There he goes, everybody. That was Buck Vader. That's how you do it right there, folks. That's how it's done, man. He has his takes ready. He has well thought out things he wants to talk about. He sends me a text and says, here's what I'm going to talk about. That's how I know what questions to ask him. And he kills it every single time. Buck Vader, everybody. Dude is legit. He is the man. All right, we got 2 calls, one from 419, another new caller, it looks like, from 419, and 743 in the chat, just in the queue. Just a reminder, everybody, super chat your area code and let me know, and you can skip the line and go straight to the front and be the next caller. We played it at 8:05. We're going to play it again here at 9:06. And then we'll be right back for the second part of the call-in show, everybody. But I'm going to dedicate this one to Trill Texan. Here you go, buddy. It's Archie Breaky Heart.
You can tell Bevo's team, they're dreaming about the shoot, saying Archie's gonna torch us, but that just ain't true. You can tell old Sark that Texas ain't no art, 'cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, Jeremiah's gonna make it start to burn. And if you tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, I swear the Buckeye D's gonna make him learn. Julian Sayin's here, he's throwing lasers fast. Texas better hope their DBs can last. Brutus got the rope, he's ready for the fight. Gonna wrangle Bevo down at high noon on Saturday. Don't tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, 'cause Sonny's gonna rip your line apart. And if you tell my heart, my Archie Breaky heart, Buckeyes win again, oh bless your burnt orange heart. We beat you in the Cotton Bowl. shoe. 28-14 felt real nice, but 35-10 sounds better too. Up in Turtle Old Sark, Black Trex and Sour ain't no art. Cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart. Jeremiah's gonna make it start to burn. And if you tell my heart, my Archie breaky heart, I swear the Buckeye D's gonna make him learn. The Buckeyes win again, oh bless your burnt orange heart.
All right, Lisa, let me know what you think of that one. We're off and running. The season's underway. Monday night call-in shows. We're going to have these little ditties for y'all. I hope you enjoy that. Back to the phone lines we go. 419. Who is this? Oh, business is about to pick up, everybody. It's the Schrock Star. What's happening, Sean?
Boggy, my brother,
What's going
just
on?
had an awesome. We just had an awesome interview. Me and TG with D Miller.
Sweet.
Hour and a half.
Wow.
Hour and a half tonight. Yeah, great stuff, man. Great insight, man. It was just an awesome interview. We had a blast. It
Awesome.
flew by. Dude, what a great dude.
So let's do
Right.
this. We will post that tomorrow morning. The D Miller interview
Sweet.
will be out tomorrow morning. So make sure you go and check that out, everybody. And then we will also have the members only video out tomorrow morning as well. And then don't forget, tomorrow at 8 o'clock will be the Texas-Ohio State preview with Gerald from the Longhorn Republic. So tomorrow's got 3 big things for you. The D Miller interview with the Buckeye Lounge, the members only video behind the scenes, what Ohio State wants you to know about Dave Portnoy, and our big preview. So big day tomorrow here on the OHIO podcast. Thank you, Sean, for letting me know that.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. And everybody tune in Wednesday for us. We're gonna have Pepe Pearson on the Buckeye Lounge.
Beautiful.
So, former Ohio State great coming on.
Beautiful.
And last night, Eric, I got three more info, 3 more players contact info interested in coming on the show. So
Excellent, man. You're just killing it, Sean. You and TG, you guys just keep doing it. You guys are absolutely doing a fantastic job.
something you get a kick out of. Dee told a funny story that involved your cousin Ryan.
Oh,
so
good.
You'll get a kick out of it.
Good. I will.
You'll get a kick out of it.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, I know him and Ryan are buds, so this will be interesting. By the way, I spoke to Ryan today.
Oh, how is he?
He's great. In fact, Ryan
Good.
called me, not vice versa. Wasn't through email. He called me. He said, "Boggsy, some information for you." That's what tomorrow's members only video is going to be about. So you're going to want to check that
Ooh,
out.
can't wait.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are 5 nights, 4.5 days from kick, Sean. It's like Christmas for all of us, buddy. What's your thoughts on the game, man?
Well, I think it's going to be Vader gave some info. He's pretty sourced up, and he's told me how he got that information, and that sounds pretty good. I think it might be tightly contested for a little bit. Might be a little clunky coming out, but I think we play great defense, great special teams. We'll be able to run the ball, and I think we take some shots, and I think we end up pulling away at the end. I'm saying my guess is 28-17, Ohio State.
Okay. It's pretty seems pretty close. I actually got. I'll tell you this. I give my prediction tomorrow on the preview show, and we have one number that is exactly the same. So
Nice.
there's a hint for all of you. What are your thoughts on Arch Manning? He seems to be garnering a lot of attention lately.
I tell you what, he can't. One thing, there's two things that worry me about this team. I'll be honest with you. They got us. I know we adjusted to it, but they got us with the running back out of the backfield and passing, burned us twice on touchdowns. And there was one thing last year that killed this team on defense. I know different defensive coordinator, but we had trouble with containing the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that's one thing Patricia has solved this year with this defense is containing quarterbacks. Because one thing that Sark killed us in, if I remember, in 2020, he was the offensive coordinator for
Alabama.
Mm-hmm. And he ran the heck out of the RPO, and we could not stop it. So I expect them to do a lot of RPO with Manning, and I think they're gonna try to see how we handle it. I think if we get a chance, we need to hammer him. Because last year we knocked him out. So you get a shot on him, pound him, make him gun shy, make him not want to run the ball, punish him.
Yeah, you have to make him
I think
uncomfortable, and in doing so, when he decides to tuck it and run, you have to make him pay for that. You have to.
Exactly.
They did it last year. Yes, he got 8 yards on his run, but it was one run for 8 yards, and he wasn't running anymore. And it's the same MO this time as well. And I think if Arch all of a sudden is out of this football game, I think Texas is in trouble.
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt about it. Of course, sometimes though, you may think that, and there's no tape on the backup. You don't know how he's going to be. I mean, so Dwayne Haskins come in and torched Michigan that time, and Cardell Jones did the same thing when someone got hurt. So you never know. I mean, I highly doubt that they'll have someone like that, but sometimes that can bite you in the butt too. But I get what you're saying. If we knock Arch out of the game, I think they're going to be really in trouble.
By the way, the backup quarterback for Texas is Trey Owens, a redshirt freshman. There you go.
Well, sometimes when you play a guy like that and you don't have any tape, sometimes you don't know what he can do. And but like you said, we need to punish Arch. And I mean, that's got to be in the back of his mind what happened last year to him when he ran.
You would think. Yeah, you would think.
I mean, I think he might be hearing some footsteps, and I think he'll be trying to get rid of the ball pretty quick. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be naive. I'm not going to be ignorant either. I know the kid's got talent. He is talented. He can run. He can throw the ball, but he doesn't have. Dave brought up a really good point earlier in the show when he mentioned how Arch got all the snaps this year. That's one thing. Sane didn't get as many snaps. He had to split them with Lincoln. So I think Arch will be ready, but I think Patricia's going to throw things at him that he's never seen before. And I expect us to be flying around out there. I think we're going to be hitting. I think we're going to be very aggressive. And I'm going to love watching our two linebackers, Reese and Styles, just punish people.
Yeah, I am too.
I am. My prediction, like Clever Lang said in Rocky when they asked him what his prediction was, pain.
Absolutely.
Pain for Arch Manning.
Absolutely.
But hey, I think what's important though, right away, is you take away their run and you make them one-dimensional. So, I mean, we want them to be in, third and long and putting pressure on that offensive line because, like Vader said, that his source is a very good source. And if he says that's the worst offensive line he's seen in Texas in, 20 years, I take that source's word for it because the guy is very knowledgeable and he used to, let's just say, he used to be a professional football player. So I'm not going to drop the name. I don't want to burn Vader's source, but Vader was right though that they're really worried about their offensive line, and I think that could come back to bite them this year.
Yeah, Ryan Day's championship beard brings up a very interesting point, and it's one that I've been thinking a lot about, and I kind of hope we see it. Caleb Downs playing down in the nickel may take away the Arch's ability to run if he gets smacked a time or two. Yeah, think about that.
Well, I'm interested to see how much of that free safety look that they play too, like they did last year. And I'm telling you, Jalen McClain, watch out for him, man.
Yeah.
Because that kid not only can cover, but he hammers people. I mean, he was getting yelled at last year because he was going too hard in practice because he likes to light people up. So I'm telling you, I think we will have the best safeties again, the best safety tandem this year like we did last year.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It should be. I'm super high on the secondary. There's a very real possibility our secondary and our linebackers are going to be better than they were last year. That seems crazy to say.
Eric, I think we have the most athletic linebacker room in the nation. I mean, there's a lot of guys, even behind Sonny and behind Arvell. I mean, Peyton Pierce. I mean, Riley Pettijohn. That kid flies around. He reads his keys. He's very athletic. I mean, he can run sideline to sideline. So can T.J. Alford. Mm-hmm. I mean, so we got a lot of athletes. And Peyton Pierce is that old school Chris Spielman type, going to take your head off over the middle run stopper. So, I mean, I think if anything happens where Reese and Strauss has to come out for a little bit, I think we're going to be just fine in the linebacker department.
I think you're going to be right as well, Sean. All right, man. We got to keep her moving tonight, buddy.
All right, man.
D. Miller tomorrow morning with Sean and TG in the Buckeye Lounge. Pre-recorded video. Check that out tomorrow. Wednesday, Pepe Pearson on Wednesday night on the Buckeye Lounge.
Yep.
So don't forget those. Appreciate you, Sean. Enjoy this week, my man. This is what it's all about, brother. We're in the stuff, as they like to say. We're here now, dude.
Yes, we are.
You'll be drowning by the end of the year, dude. It's a wild ride, man.
I just want to tell everybody, make sure that they check out the Buckeye Ladies on Thursday.
Yes.
Just give a shout out to my man Vader, and tonight, Eric, I just had to let you and Chris know that I enjoyed a Baker's Pizza. So
you son of a gun.
So I hope you guys have a great show like always. Just want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for supporting us like always and supporting all the Ohio podcasts. Love you guys.
Appreciate you, Sean. OH, buddy.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
IO. Scum sucks.
All right, we're going to keep her moving here tonight. Keep her moving tonight. All right. This is a new number, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't have a call list from this number. So let's see who it is. This could be interesting. 419, welcome to the OHIO podcast. Who are we talking to?
Boss Bogg. This is Boss Bart.
Boss Bart, you sexy devil, you.
How you doing, big man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, I have been on the phone for 36 minutes waiting to talk to the legendary Eric Bogg and have some great insight on Ohio State that I've been listening to. And I have to say that you are probably one of the better podcasts with Ohio State football that I've heard in a long time.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate those kind words, my man. What insights are you going to bring to the table for me tonight, Bart?
Well, just a couple things, and what I've been thinking about, because that's all Buckeye fans do is think about everything that could happen for the game. It is our defensive coordinator and our offensive coordinator are new. They can't prepare for something they haven't seen. They don't know the tendencies, and of course, Patricia's been in the NFL, but he hasn't coached defense in a long time, especially in college. They don't know what they're going to come up against. They had all year to see every play that we played last year. They bracketed Jeremiah Smith. With Hartline coming in, they've had all summer to prepare to get Jeremiah Smith open. They didn't know what they had. I think they kind of knew what they had in Jeremiah Smith last year, but I think he exceeded all their expectations, and now they say, hey, we're focusing everything on Jeremiah Smith. What do you think?
I think that the way Texas bracketed Jeremiah last year in the Cotton Bowl was incredibly creative, but it did leave them slightly vulnerable for things like a Trevion Henderson swing pass for 70+ yards in doing so. I think they will try to attempt to do something similar, but the problem is I believe Ryan Day and Brian Hartline know this. They're going to move Jeremiah all around. I don't think he's going to be in the same position all game long. They're going to move him. They're going to put him in motion. They might line him up in slot every now and then. And if you're trying to double team him or bracket him, that leaves you vulnerable on other areas of the field in one-on-one matchups against people like Carnell Tate, against Max Clare. And that is a recipe for disaster if you're Texas. So at some point, they're going to have to try to stop Jeremiah one-on-one. And that guy's just too good, Bart. He's just that good.
I think the how successful Julian Sainz is going to be, because honestly, we don't know how good he's going to be. We can all say, hey, we think he's going to be great. But I think if he's going to be great, it's his second and third read. If he can, because everybody's going to be stopping Jeremiah. If he can read that he's bracketed or whatever, his second read to Carnell or Brandon Ennis, but especially Max Clare over the middle, if he can read those fairly quickly, he is going to be a great quarterback at Ohio State.
Yes, I agree. I think he's Bart. What do you think of this thought? I've thought for a while that he's on the C.J. Stroud trajectory.
Well, I can hope. I think from what you read and you kind of see, I think he might have a better touch than C.J. Stroud. Maybe not a better arm, but if he could throw a deep ball and let Jeremiah get it, I mean, what else? You could be just a slightly above average quarterback with these receivers we have, and if we can get that run game going where they can't blitz every time, and I hope they blitz every time. That means we have one-on-one coverage a lot, and our receivers are just dominate. I see the C.J. Stroud things, and I hope it's true.
What do you think of Arch Manning, Bart? He's kind of been the topic of discussion tonight.
Well, that is what I was going to call for. Is they run RPOs a lot with him, just from last year. I could be wrong, but I really think they're not going to do it this year. And the reason that is he ran it last year, and guess what? They had Quinn Ewers. If he ever got hurt, they have Quinn Ewers. So they could put him RPOs, have him run all the time. Now they don't. And you say you're going against the best safety in the nation with Caleb Downs. You're going against Sonny Styles. You're against Arvell Reese. What we did to C.J. Stroud, he was a decent runner. But what game was it that he ran the most in? Do you remember?
Georgia, wasn't it, at the end?
At the very end. Mm-hmm. And why is that?
because
it was the end game.
Yeah, it was win or go home.
Because it was win or go home, and if he gets hurt, you're screwed anyway. They projected him to be the number one pick. And this is Texas's whole season, first time being number one preseason. There is no way that they're going to subject him to getting hit all the time to run 5 yards. There is no way. Their game plan is going to be quick passes, slants, bubble screens. They've lost both of their tackles. There's no way that they're going to subject him to be getting hit, especially in the first game of the year against Ohio State in the Ohio State Stadium. So, all this stuff is Caleb Downs coming down. I think they're planning for it. I just don't think we're going to see that just because of what they don't have behind him. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And I just let me say this. If he runs the ball and we knock him out, Bart, you're going to see a lot of panic in Austin, Texas. Like our season's over. What were we thinking? Sark, you're an idiot, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great take, Bart. That is a great take.
Yeah, and their coaches know that. Their whole season rides on him. And you're not going to say, hey, let's get 5-10 yards here on running him and get him subjected to 10 hits from Ohio State. Now, he might do it against lesser opponents just because they want to get him on film and they have to, coach against that in future games. No way he is running that much. And with both their tackles out, they're going to do quick hitters for running, slants, bubble screen. That's what they're going to do. He's not going to have time. And I think Patricia, and they don't know what Patricia's going to do. They don't know if he's going to blitz all the time. He's got to lay back. If I'm a cornerback, I'm licking my chops right now because he's not going to have that much time to throw. And if you can anticipate that, I think Arch Manning's a good player. But they showcased him last year because they had Quinn Ewers. And what was really telling is when they had the ball, first and goal in their game against Ohio State. That's the perfect place for Arch Manning in that position all year when they played.
Yeah,
they bring him in, they run it, he runs it. They didn't trust him last year. They did not trust him when the game was on the line.
No, they didn't.
Get a yard.
They didn't.
2 yards.
This is going to be on tomorrow's preview show, everybody. Make sure you watch it, 8:00 tomorrow night. I interviewed Jared from the Longhorn Republic. And I just flat out asked him, why was Quinn Ewers chosen to be the quarterback last year over Arch Manning? And his answer is very, very telling. It is incredibly insightful. And I think you all need to go watch that and listen to it. Now, obviously, this is Arch Manning's team. But here's one thing no one's talking about, Bart. I'm not so sure that Arch doesn't have more pressure on him in this game than Julian Sain does in his first start in the shoe. Like, there's a ton of...
Are you kidding me right now, Eric? Did Julian Sain, is he going to be the first pick in the NFL?
No, he's got at least 2 years here.
Arch Manning has already been said, oh, he's going to be the first pick in the NFL. Texas, he has got so much pressure on him that if he doesn't win a national championship this year, he's screwed because they've got so much lofty goals. And Julian Sain, they don't have a Jeremiah Smith. They don't have a Caleb Downs on their team. Do they have a good team? Heck yes, they do. They have good players. But he doesn't have a Jeremiah Smith to rely on, to throw it up, to make a catch when you need it. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the offensive line. So there's so much pressure on him. And if he didn't trust him, last year, and here's the next game in Ohio, I would be very impressed if he came out and just dominated.
Yeah, it would be a Heisman-like moment, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, and it'd be well deserved. I don't see it happening, especially, and I don't think it's been talked enough that losing those two tackles is huge. We went through that last year, and we had the backups. I don't think you're going down to the second or third string tackle they have now, and coming out and just and blocking Ohio State. You're not going to do it.
So what's your prediction for Saturday, Bart?
Well, I thought about this for a while, and I'm going with 31-14.
Whoa! 17-point win? I like it.
Yeah, Texas are going to win by that much. Yeah.
Get out of here with that crap.
I'm kidding here. I see it, and what you tell me? What do you think our weakest part of our offense is? What's our biggest weakness on offense?
It's either the quarterback position right now or the uncertainty at running back.
So did you have to think about that for a little bit?
A little bit. But I also
everybody said he's
talking
the
about
next
it all
CJ
season.
Stroud. And when you have a Jeremiah Smith, how much are you going to blitz? If our offensive line is what everybody's saying it is, we run the ball no matter who's back there. But our running backs, we've got some seasoned running backs. C.J. Donaldson's I think he's going to be a great running back. He's been there. He's done it. The biggest question mark is Julian Sand. All he has to do is manage the game. He doesn't have to get fancy, just no turnovers and manage the game. And that's what he has to do. Almost like Will Howard last year.
Yes.
If he can do that, they're not stopping us. I don't see it. But I've got also rose-colored glasses on too. So.
Well, I've seen you in those glasses. You are very cute.
It is quite sexy, but not as quite as sexy with you and your cowboy hat.
Well, thank you, partner. Thank you. This is my boss Bogg's hat.
Well, and one parting thought is I also had Baker's Pizza tonight.
You
so
son of a gun! What is up with all of you just rubbing it in my face?
Well, I'm from Bucyrus, and I own a shop there, so that I live basically live near Baker's Pizza, and I'm not 350 pounds by eating vegetables all day.
Neither am I. Thank you for the phone call, my friend.
Well, thank you, and I hope everybody enjoys you because you are, you're one of the best out there, and I love listening to you. So.
Thank you, Bart.
OH.
IO. We'll do it again, buddy. Take care.
Yep. Bye.
Well, that was my buddy Bart. I hope you all enjoyed that. You might learn who Bart is very soon, everybody. Bart and I we've worked together for a little while, and he's a good guy. He's a good dude, and he's very knowledgeable about football. And when he learned that I had a podcast, he just took a great liking and interest to me and to this podcast and to all of you. So, Bart is a fantastic human being, by the way, too. Great guy. All right, let's keep her moving tonight. Let's go back. 743, you have been so patient. Thank you for waiting this evening. How is it going tonight, Jeff?
Yes, my brother. So good to talk to you. I haven't called in a very long time. Awesome show, as usual. Awesome callers, man. Awesome information. Greetings from the mountains of Virginia. I'm representing down here. And I'll tell you how much I love my beloved Buckeyes, everybody that hears my voice. I have been going to church with my Ohio State Buckeye jerseys on. Do you hear me?
Yes, amen. Preach it, brother.
Yes, I have. And I have been walking around in pride, and I have been walking around the weight room telling everybody to get out of my way with them on. But anyway, it's good to hear you, man. And you guys got an awesome show. I love listening to you guys. I know I haven't been on as much, but are you slightly hyped up Eric? I think I'm a little hyped. Are you hyped now?
I've been hyped for a while, but now that game week is here, so Jeff, in the off season, Chris and we work really, really hard on preview videos, the preview magazine. We keep ourselves busy in the summer to keep our mind occupied. And then once we get past all of that and we get to August and camp opens up and we finish those previews, it's like we can take a deep breath and then we drink from the water hose for 15, 16 weeks because that's the way football season is. So I'm sitting here ready to just guzzle everything Ohio State's going to deliver to us this season from the water hose, brother. And I am one thirsty cowboy, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes, sir. It's like you get into the year and you can't wait for the end of August, right?
That's right. Exactly. I'm a slightly depressed human being when college football's over in the middle of January. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. It's like, well, my favorite time of the year is fall. It always has been, and I've always loved college football. And I'm just like, I counting the days down to where the summer ends. But anyway, you had so many good callers with so many good points. I've thought about this a lot, how this is going to go. Really, truthfully, Eric, what I'm praying for, do you remember the OSU Tennessee game of last year, right?
Oh, I remember it very well. I went into that game very depressed, very hurt, very upset because of what happened in the end of November, and then I quickly became very excited. Yes, I remember very well.
Yeah, right. But you remember how they were hitting. You remember the aggressive defense.
Yeah.
Remember the cracked helmets and stuff, right?
Nico had 2 cracked helmets in that game. Yes, they were flying around like they were the silver bullets, brother. It's exactly what they were.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm praying for on this Saturday. I want to see that aggression and that hard hitting. And I don't really want anybody to get hurt, but if they punish Arch Manning, like they did against Tennessee, dude, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's a very good thing. Very good thing.
Yeah.
The last time an orange team was in the shoe, it didn't go so well for them, did it?
No, it didn't go well at all. But that's what I'm praying for. I know Texas is a good team. It's very obvious. But I don't see how anybody can think they could come into Columbus and beat Ohio State, being the defending champions. I just don't get that logic. You know what I mean?
Not only do they think they're going to beat those champions, but if you listen to Paul Feinbaum and the other talking heads, they're going to come in here and blow Ohio State out. So, yeah, good luck with that. I think this football team has got an edge to them. They got a little bit of a mean streak, Jeff. That practice that Chris and I went to, that defense was dominant. They were playing angry, and I love the attitude of this team. We haven't won nothing. That national championship was won by last year's team. This team hasn't done jack, and we're going to go win our own one this year because last year's team, we ain't resting on our morals. Paul Feinbaum thinks we've been celebrating all summer long, and that we're going to come out in this game and not ready and not have an edge to us. I think he's going to be surprised that Ohio State has got a serious edge to them. The disrespect that the national media has shown this team, Ryan Day and Buckeye Nation, they're going to feel that on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. And I watched your commentary today on Paul Feinbaum, and I was going to comment about that before, and I have commented about it before, but that guy is he makes the dumbest statements, and just like you said in your commentary, it's just like where does he what is he doing? I mean, why does that network even have him on there and making the dumb statements that he's saying? It just it just makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder.
It's all about clicks. It's all about engagement. It's all about producing that 15-20 second clip that they can then throw on all their social media accounts, and people watch it and then reference it and a link to it, and just like I did, right? So that they can get more money. Paul Feinbaum is not an idiot in the sense that he knows exactly how to please the masters who pay him millions. That is all that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's all it is. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch. I don't watch that stuff anymore because I don't get anything from it. I got more from listening to Buck Vader and Bart tonight and their phone calls and what they brought to the table with their insider information and with their experience as athletes and playing the sport and coaching the sport. I got more from those two guys than what I could get from ESPN watching hours of their programming. No lie.
Oh yeah, yeah, and Eric, I did not know that. I was listening to both of them, and I did not know that about Texas's offensive line, and that really gets you thinking. It really makes you wonder. And what it does is they're going into a hostile environment, and if they get behind. If they get behind and they have a bad offensive line, or if they can't protect Arch Manning and stuff, if that is true, that's a very major issue.
Yeah. Let me address this comment by WT Sports Dudes. Good to see you tonight here, my friend. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. He says the Texas Longhorns feel the same way, that they feel disrespected from who? You're all the one who you guys are the ones who got ranked number one. You guys are the one who say you have that has the best quarterback in college football, a number one overall draft pick. You're the one that's getting puffed up and put on a pedestal by the national media. How are you feeling disrespected? There's no disrespect in that. If anything, you're getting pumped up with hot air, man. So I'm interested to find out how you feel you're being disrespected from what? Ohio State fans? Okay, sure. If that's if that's the way you're going to go with it.
Yeah. How's that disrespect for sure? But I have a question. Okay, going into this game, I mean, you watched the spring practices. You know how good they are and talented. We all know how talented Ohio State is. Do you think that they should go into this game? I heard somebody say this earlier in the show. Should they just go in and just open it up? I mean, with the wide receivers and stuff. Do you think that would be? You think they should do that?
I don't, and here's why. The last thing you want to do for a brand new starting quarterback is have him make a big mistake, throw a big interception early, and it rattles his confidence. So I don't think they should go deep early. Although, if they've got something drawn up and it's there, let's say they put Jeremiah in motion because they think, hey, if we do this, they might do this defensively, and they bring Jeremiah Smith in motion, and then they see it, and they've got one-on-one, and they say, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's go deep. Maybe they will.
Okay.
Maybe they will.
They will.
But I think if that happens, you best believe that Julian Sain will know I need to dump the football off to either James Peoples or look for Max Clare in the seam if it's not open, or tuck it and run. Don't throw into double coverage, risk a bad interception or something. But maybe they might do something like that early to try to rattle that Texas defense and get them questioning if they can stop Jeremiah.
Right. Well, I was listening to something a couple days ago. I haven't heard anybody I don't know if you guys touched on this or not. Maybe you did on your other shows, but there's people that are saying that Texas's defensive front seven is better than Ohio State. Have you heard anything like that, or have you guys touched on that at all?
Yes, I do think that there is an argument to be made that Texas's defensive line is better than Ohio State's. They are definitely more experienced. They definitely have a bigger name on the defensive line than what Ohio State currently has. They have a preseason All-American defensive lineman. They've got an All-American at all three levels of their defense. One at the line, one at the linebacker, one in the secondary. So defensively, a lot of people believe Texas is better than Ohio State. I do believe that this is going to be a low-scoring game. I do believe that. However, to sit there and think that Texas is just so head and shoulders better defensively than Ohio State is defensively, I'm not willing to say that yet. I got to see it first. And I think one of the biggest the game within the game, one of the things you need to watch, I think this is the critical for this game, is how well Ohio State's offensive line performs against their defensive line. If we can do what we did in the college football playoff, if our offensive line can hold their own and maybe even establish the line of scrimmage, we're going to win this football game. We're going to win this football game. I'll say this. I think our offensive line is better than their offensive line, to the point where even though their defensive line could be better than our defensive line, our offensive line is so much better than their offensive line, in my opinion, that we have an advantage on the line of scrimmage, which at the end of the day, to me, is the most important thing you need in football, is an advantage on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Now, do you oh God, I kind of lost my train of thought. Do you see now if I know you think this is going to be a close game. I mean, you said that, but there's a few people that are disagreeing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say that Ohio State wins this game, let's say by at least 14, let's say even let's say 38-20 or something like that. I mean, do you think that the amount of confidence that I think if they win like that, truthfully, if they have a blowout win, I don't think they're going to be stopped. I think they're going to have so much confidence, going into the season with that kind of a win, because nobody is saying that they're going to blow them out. So, a few of your callers, but in general, most people are saying it's going to be close. So, do you think that if it is a blowout, and if Ohio State does blow them out, do you think that? I mean, I don't think they're going to stop. What do you think?
I don't even think it takes a blowout. Be honest with you. If Ohio State wins this game, I've been saying it all offseason. If Ohio State beats Texas in game number 1, watch out. We could repeat. I still think Ohio State can go on to the college football playoff, maybe even win the Big Ten, go on to the college football playoff, and have a very successful postseason, even if we don't win this football game. This is not a is not a season-ending game for either one of these teams, okay? Which makes it incredibly fun, and one of the reasons why we need to see more of this in college football across the board. But that being said, I don't think 38-20 is doable. I just don't. I think that's a lot of points you're asking for that to take place. So. If it ends up being where Ohio State wins this thing by double digits or more, that will be considered very, very impressive by the national media. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State ends up number 1 in the AP poll in week number 2, if that were to happen. So,
right. Well, I believe they're going to win, but I believe if they win convincingly, I think it's just going to give them so much confidence, so much more confidence going into the season. So, just to step up like that and just crush the number 1, preseason team would be, just like I said, I'm just hoping that this game goes like the Tennessee game goes last year. They come in there and just basically get their what kicked. That's really what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we're always hoping for that as Ohio State fans, man. It's what we do. So, of course, we're hoping for that. But I just want to win. Even if it's just by 1 point, I just want to win, right? That at the end of the day is what we're hoping for. But I'll tell you this much: if we are successful offensively in this game, I'll tell you who comes away with a tremendous amount of confidence. It's Brian Hartline. That would be who comes away from this game with a ton of confidence if we do well offensively. Because for a first-time play caller to do that against the number one team in the country to start your career as an offensive coordinator, that's a heck of a feather to put in your cowboy hat.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I got another question. Now, Arch Manning, I haven't really, watched him really play, so to speak, but there's people saying that he hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, what has he done in these prior years coming up to this? Do you know?
He has been a dual threat option for Coach Sark to be a change of pace quarterback for his offense because he is very, very different than what Quinn Ewers was. And so he's been a very good option for that offensive staff to go to change the pace up.
Right.
He's a better he's a better thrower of the football than I think people give him credit for. But everybody points to his legs.
Do you think he's all that from what you know? Do you think he's the real deal and stuff from what you've known and seen?
I mean, what are we comparing him to? Are we comparing him to his uncles, Eli and Peyton? Are we comparing him to Quinn Ewers?
I'm just saying, do you think he's, all that? Do you think he's all that?
I'll let you know Saturday at about 4:00.
Okay. Because there was people saying that I was reading some stuff about, because I haven't seen him play, so there was just people saying that he's not all that you think he is. So I just, I was just commenting on that. That's
all. I'll say this: he didn't do much in the Cotton Bowl, but he couldn't do much in the Cotton Bowl because when he got his one chance to do it, he got knocked out. Would that game have been different if he wouldn't have been knocked out? I don't know. Maybe when it was 21-14 and Quinn Ewers was obviously unable to get the football into the end zone on the goal line, maybe having Arch available there for that offensive possession in the goal line would have changed that game completely. Maybe. I don't know. Hindsight's always 20/20. So, you do have to consider that.
That's right. All right, brother. Well, I guess that's all I got, I guess.
Well, it was a great call, and it was great talking to you again, Jeff. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, I'm gonna say Ohio State. God, Lord, 28. Texas 14. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna pray it's more than that. I'm gonna pray they come out like the way they crushed Tennessee last year.
Boy, wouldn't that be ironic? The same score as the Cotton Bowl. Just repeat it. 28-14. That'd be something.
Yep.
That'd be something. All right, great phone call, brother. Good to speak to you again, my friend. OH.
I-O.
Wow, great phone calls this evening. Great job, chat. It was a ton of fun. Yeah, this was a really good night tonight, everybody. A lot of fun tonight. Let me answer a couple questions, and let's end the show here with these. How short of a leash is Brian Hartline going to be on? I think Ohio State will do this. I think Brian Hartline will be the play caller for first and second down. I think Ryan Day will be the play caller for third down. Something like that. They will have something in place where it's not all on Brian Hartline in game number 1. I think game 2 and game 3, no matter what happens against Texas, Brian Hartline is going to be calling all the plays in those games. He needs that experience in games that are quote unquote safe. In this game, rest assured, Ryan Day will have his hand in calling plays somewhere. Maybe it's third down. Maybe it's the third and long. Maybe Ryan Day is calling plays on first down. I don't know. But I've seen him do it before where first and second down was a different play caller than who third down was. So that's a suggestion, possibly. Do I like it or not? Again, I don't know. We'll have to make that determination about 4 o'clock on Saturday, see how it goes. Let's see here. WT Sports Dudes, man, it's great to have you tonight, my friend. Texas has a lot to prove. They lost to Ohio State team that out-physically played Texas last year. Plus, Texas is trying to become, it starts with trying to become like Ohio State. I got you. It starts with being able to compete with OSU. Boy, that sounds a lot like the way Notre Dame talks about Ohio State. That's exactly the way Notre Dame coaches, players, and their fans talk about Ohio State. Andre Green, Podfather, I've been thinking about this game since the beginning of August. Time to think about Saturday. Game and I really have a good feeling. Saturday's game, and I have a really good feeling, that our Buckeyes are going to take care of business and win this game. Excellent, buddy. Appreciate it, my man. All right, guys, this has been a ton of fun tonight. I hope you have enjoyed the show. Tomorrow morning, D. Miller interview with Sean and TG in the Buckeye Lounge. A members-only video just for you. A little insider information tomorrow being dropped. Also, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, will be our big Ohio State-Texas preview. Finally, the magazine. If you go online, theohiopodcast.com, go to our website, theohiopodcast.com. At the top, you click on magazine. It'll take you to the digital copy. It is only $9.95. We have cut the price in half for game week. If you don't have a copy of the OHIO Podcast magazine and you want one, go get yourself a digital copy for $9.95. If you want the hard copy, if you want the physical magazine, they're $30. Email me, theohiopodcast@gmail.com. The OHIO Podcast, all one word, the Ohio Podcast, @gmail.com. I will send you my Venmo, and you can Venmo me $30, or we can manage to find a way to get the $30, and then I will be able to mail that to you in the U.S. Postal Service. All right. Wednesday night is another Buckeye Lounge live at 8 o'clock. Thursday night is the debut of the Buckeye Ladies, also at 8 o'clock. Everything is at 8 o'clock, so keeping it easy for all of you to remember. New content, multiple shows every single day. Videos, shows, all day, all week long, okay? All week long, everybody. So make sure you're tuned in. Our push to 4,500 members is on. We are so close. I think we're less than 50 away, guys. So make sure you share the show. Make sure you tell everybody about our community here at the OHIO Podcast. Tell them about that crazy fat guy on Monday nights taking calls. And then don't forget, Saturday morning, the call-in show moves from Thursday to Saturday. Saturday morning, college football preview show, the call-in show at 10 a.m., and the live watch party at noon on Saturday here at the OHIO Podcast. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. One more time on our way out. Be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Y'all have an achy, archy, breaky heart, that is, tonight.
You can tell Bevo's team, they're dreaming about the shoot, saying Archie's gonna torch us, but that just ain't true. You can tell old Sark that Texas ain't no art, 'cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart, my Jeremiah's gonna make it start to burn. And if you tell my heart, my Archie Brady heart, I swear the Buckeye D's gonna make him learn. Julian Sayins here, he's throwing lasers fast. Texas better hope their DBs can last. Brutus got the rope, he's ready for the fight. Gonna wrangle Bevo down at high noon on Saturday. Don't tell my heart, my Archie Brady heart, 'cause Sonny's gonna rip your line apart. And if you tell my heart, my Archie Brady heart, Buckeyes win again, oh bless your burnt orange heart. We beat you in the Cotton Bowl, now we'll beat you in the shoe. 28-14 felt real nice, but 35-10 sounds better too. We up and turl old Sark, Black Trex inside ain't no art, 'cause Patricia's coming blitzing and we're tearing them apart. Don't tell my heart,